Give the call to the Honourable Deputy Leader of the Opposition.
My question is to the Prime Minister. Is there any issue on which the Voice will not be able to provide advice to government? And is the Prime Minister able to factually respond without taking personal offence to reasonable questions and without his usual indignation?
Order. The members on my left, the member for Groom, members on my right. The question was in order, and I'll give the call to the Prime Minister. Order.
Thanks very much, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, I keep the Uluru Statement from the Heart framed on the wall of my office. Such an economy of words, but it demonstrates such a generosity of spirit. It is a patient, gracious call to be heard by the First Peoples of Australia to have a say. And the concluding words of the statement are this: we invite you to walk with us in a movement of the Australian people for a better future. This is an invitation to all of us as Australians, right across Australia. And I do see more and more Australians taking up this invitation. On the 17th of April, I'll be with a former member of this place, the Liberal member for Macarthur, Pat Farmer. Pat Farmer is, of course, an ultra-marathoner and fitter than anyone who is still here now. He is going to run 14,000 kilometres in a 6-month run around Australia in support of constitutional recognition and a voice to Parliament. 80 kilometres a day, beginning in Hobart, and he will be seen off by the Tasmanian Premier I've spoken to about him being in attendance, and the Tasmanian opposition leader as well, passing through every state and territory. Yesterday, the Collingwood Football Club announced their support in a statement. They said this: the board's support for a First Nations voice to Parliament is a natural progression of its commitment to doing and being better. Many other groups.
Order. Prime Minister will pause, and I'll hear from the Deputy Leader of the Opposition.
On relevance, Mr Speaker, I thank the Prime Minister for his calm
Members
manner.
on my right,
However,
Member Cunningham.
He is not addressing any part of the question at all, which is issues on which the Voice will not be able to provide advice.
Deputy Leader, order. The Deputy Leader will resume her seat. The question was about the issues surrounding the Voice and advice to the government. I'm listening carefully to the Prime Minister. He's provided some background context, and I'll ask him to return to the question.
Mr Speaker, and it also went to the nature of the way that I'm answering the question. Yeah. And if the Deputy Leader didn't want that, then she should have framed the question in a least personal way. But what I do note is that overwhelmingly there is goodwill from school groups, community groups, local councils. All want to be a part of the historic unifying moment. Sporting organisations, leaders of every faith in Australia, 7 religious charities including St Vincent de Paul and the Salvation Army, minerals groups like BHP, Rio Tinto, Origin and Wesfarmers, NAB, the Commonwealth Bank, ANZ, Woolworths, Coles, all of these bodies uniting for a better Australia, uniting in a positive way. And I'd say
members on my
that
right.
those people of goodwill will continue to advocate for a yes campaign when the referendum is held.
Concluded.